order to do your video film scoring project, the first thing you need to do is select your video, which you can find in the clips. This is linked in the assignment and the project document. So you're going to preview these different videos, and when you find one that you like, you can click the download button up here, upper right hand corner, down arrow. That will download it. Notice it's going to show up down here, and it's going to default and put it in your downloads folder, which is where we want it. You can click the back button. You can also on these, rather than open them, you can hold down on your computer keyboard the Option key and click, I'm sorry, not Option, Control. Hold down the Control key, which you're used to on your Chromebook. Remember on the Mac we use Command for most things. For this, however, you do use your Control key. Hold down the Control key and click on the video, and then you can choose Download from the menu. I'm not going to do that because I already downloaded it. Okay? So we've got our video downloaded to the Downloads folder. Next thing I'm going to do is open up iMovie. I already have it open. And when you open it up, you're going to create a new movie. And so in your media window here, you'll have nothing. So you'll have to click the Import Media button, and it'll show up with your name here. And we want to get to our Downloads folder. And it was Big Buck Bunny. I'm going to select that, import it. So now I have it in my media browser. You can preview it here. In order to work with it, we need to drop video clips. So this is called a clip. It's a video clip. We need to drag it down from the browser into our timeline. So just click on it, drag, and drop. So now you have your video in here, and you can work on editing it. Over here is your zoom in and out button. So it's sometimes kind of helpful to zoom in and out. So now you're going to watch through your video, and you're going to choose some places where you want to edit, or in this case, modify. So up here we have the modify menu. So the first thing you'll want to do is just preview through and watch your video, and look for places that you might want to do things like rewind or go into slow motion. There's an instant replay feature. You can speed up. As I said, you can do slow motion, but you can kind of watch through. So I love that little part where he's jumping rope. So I think that might be kind of fun to either do. You could do a bunch of stuff with that. You can do it in slow motion. So I want to find the very beginning of that, where we start. So on your computer keyboard, you have the arrows, the arrow keys over by the number pad. You can use the forward and back arrow keys to go frame by frame. See how it goes really slow? I'll tap pretty fast. You can also just hold them down. Notice how it's going in reverse because I'm going back. So I want to start right there. So in order to modify the video, you need to trim it or split the clip. You need to actually slice the clip. Otherwise, you're going to end up modifying the entire video, which is not what we want. So I found my beginning spot. So what I want to do is hold down the Command key. And keep in mind, this is going to do this exactly where the playhead is, and that's where I want. So you see the yellow line there, that's the playhead. I want to trim or split the clip right there. So I'm going to do Command B, and now you notice that there is a split in the clip. You won't see it when you play it. You don't even notice it. Okay. Now I want to go to the end of where he is jumping rope, which I think is just hilarious. Oops. So that's somewhere right about here. So I'm gonna. So that's the end. We'll call that the end. Well, let's see. Back it up. He stands up straight. Right there. So I'm gonna Command B. So now I have this little split clip section. Notice now when I select that, just it's highlighted. These are different segments. So now I can start modifying. And now this is going to be a lot of trial and error for you. It was for me. It still is for me. So the cool thing is that you can make a modification, and when you decide you don't like it, Command Z, and it'll just undo it. And that goes for even if you use the Command B, the blade, and you realize you cut it in the wrong place. I'm going to Command Z on my keyboard and watch right here, which is the last cut that I made. It undoes it. And then you can also Shift Command B. So if you do a Command Z and realize you didn't mean to do it, you can Shift Command Z and undo your Command Z. How cool is that? So Command Z to undo something you did. If you undo something you did, you can Shift Command Z to undo the undo. Crazy, right? All right, so I've got my segment selected here. I'm going to go into the Modify menu. I can slow motion, and it gives you 3 different choices, 10, 25, or 50%. So notice now what happened here. This clip got suddenly much longer because it's going into slow motion. Let's take a look. So that's 50%. Let's Command Z and undo that. Make sure that's selected. Always make sure you've selected your segment. And let's slow motion at 25%. Oops. Now it's going to be even slower. So maybe you like that, maybe you don't. But that's the whole cool thing about it, is you can always Command Z on things. Okay. You can also adjust with this little dial how much slow motion. I can go even like really crazy slow. Let's go back here. It's really slow. That's a little much. I can adjust it back. So you can play around with that. I'm going to Command Z all of that, get back to my original clip. So now here I am with my original cut. Let's see what else we can do. We can fast forward. Let's make him jump rope really fast. Let's check this out. See, that was crazy. Let's undo that. And let's try maybe twice as fast. Oh, maybe we'll actually see it. So you can make him jump rope really fast if you want. So that's fast forward. You can play around with that. Let's see. I'm going to select my clip. And how about instant replay? Let's instant replay that. So now notice it took the clip and duplicated it and also added a title in here. So let's check this out. There he is, jump roping. Instant replay. Just like watching your sports thing. So if you find a really funny part, you might want to do an instant replay on it. Okay, so that's that. We can rewind. Let's check this out. So he's jumping. Oop, now he goes backwards. So it's another option, and again, you've got sliders in here that you can play around with it, tweak and adjust it. Okay, so that's modified. Again, you want to find a favorite part of your video that you selected, and think about some ways you can modify it. Either something that you think is really funny, or something that you think is really dramatic that would be cool to see again. Rewind, so take a look through your modify menus. You got slow, fast, instant replay, and rewind. And for this assignment, you need to do at least 3 different clip modifications in the course of your video. So keep that in mind. All right, the most important thing, have fun with it. And remember, when you get stuck or you don't like something, just Command Z and back out of it and try it again. Okay? That's it.